back to my channel. So today's video is a what sold for July. All these items sold within 2 weeks of listing. I had around 85 sales in the month of July, and I had 38 sales that happened within 2 weeks of listing. Now 4 of those were bundles, so I'm just going to mention those really quick because I don't think bundles are very helpful, because it's like if I didn't have these other items that they bundled them with, would these items still have sold within 2 weeks? So I don't find them to be particularly helpful, so I'm just going to mention them real quick. I'm not really going to give much detail on them. But so yeah, the 4 items that sold in bundles were this blue and gray striped pullover. This took 2 days to sell. Then I have these level 99 Sybil cargo pants. That was the style name of them. I thought this was an Anthro brand, but actually this item was sold on Stitch Fix, so that's also a really great like keyword. I mean, only if it's actually sold there, but Stitch Fix brands are typically sought after. This took 1 day to sell, which I was surprised about because it was a petite size. Then the next item that sold in a bundle was this new with tags in Taylor Factory top. This took 7 days to sell. Surprised by that sale too. I didn't think that was going to sell super quick because it's Ann Taylor Factory. The next item that sold was this American Eagle blush dress that took 12 days to sell. And then the last item that sold in a bundle in under 2 weeks were these American Eagle jeggings, and they took 13 days to sell. Okay, so now we're going to get into all the items that just sold on their own within 2 weeks of listing. Now I've got most of these items from the bins, so I'm basically just going to tell you my net earnings. Most of the cost of goods are $1.50 and under. If anything is over $1.50, I'll tell you. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first item that sold, also note that I didn't open my store till the 5th of July, so from the 1st of July to the 4th of July, I was closed on all my stores, on my Mercari, eBay, and Poshmark. I went away. So I lost 4 days of sales. It was a little slow starting back up, but then it turned out to be one of my best sales months ever, so really happy about that. Alright, so the first item that I sold was this American Eagle Soft and Sexy purple tie-dye shirt. The American Eagle Soft and Sexy line does pretty well if the piece is like unique and cool, but they're more basic pieces for Soft and Sexy, tend to sit a little longer. Those are pieces, if I found them at the bins, I would source to send to ThredUp and make money there, because it's not worth my time for it to sit for a couple months only to get about $10 for it. That I just rather send to ThredUp. So this sold on Mercari for $15, and then my net earnings were $13.50, and my net earnings are what was deposited into my account. Alright, the next item that sold was this Lululemon middle vent tech tee in blue. This took 1 day to sell. It sold on an offer of $17 on Poshmark. So this was damaged. It had a little stain on it. I didn't notice that when I got it at the bins. So typically these would sell between $30 and $40, but because of the damage, I took an offer of $17 and I profited $13.60. The next item that sold were these White House Black Market embroidered jeans. These were really cool. I had a feeling these were going to sell fast because it had beautiful embroidery. It had a released hem, which is pretty on trend. They sold on Mercari on an offer of $32, and my net earnings were $28.80, so that was a really great sale. The next item that sold surprised me. It was this Porsche baseball hat. This surprised me because it had a local business embroidered on the back. So on the back it said like Suncoast Motorsports, which was a business in Sarasota where I thrifted this hat. This sold on eBay for $12.99. I don't know if that was my full asking. I think I was asking $19.99. They offered me that. I don't remember. But it took 1 day to sell, and after like PayPal, shipping, and eBay fees, I made $11.57. Alright, the next item that sold was this Loulous Hello World Wine dress. That was the style name. I love selling Loulous. It always sells pretty fast. This took 3 days to sell, and it sold on an offer of $25. I made $20. And the next item that sold, oh my god, I love this shirt. I bought it for my boyfriend. It's this Polo Ralph Lauren Hawaiian inspired embroidered shirt. So it's like this, like, well, you see it. It's really pretty. It's blue. It has all this cool like embroidery on it, and it's all Hawaiian themed. This I paid $4.50 for. Would not normally pay that much, but it was for him. He didn't want it. And then I discovered while steaming it, it had a hole in it. So it sold for $14. I made $11.05. My total profit came out to $6.55. So really not a great sale, but it was damaged and it sold in 3 days. And I'm happy with that. Alright, the next item that sold were these American Eagle Active Flex cargo shorts. These were sold on eBay for $18.99. I love selling American Eagle shorts, men's American Eagle shorts. They always sell really fast. I've never had a pair sit for more than 2 weeks. Their jeans and bottom, I'm noticing their pants are sitting a little longer, but their shorts tend to do really well. Yeah, so this sold for $18.99. The next item I sold was this Topshop blue corduroy jacket. My mom actually found this one at the bins for me, and it was really cute. It took 3 days to sell, and it was damaged. It actually had a stain on the back that I didn't notice till I got it home. And I think I caused it myself because I looked it over at the bins. It had nothing wrong with it. I washed it with a red item, and I guess the red item never had been used because the red item bled, and it bled onto this really pretty jacket. So I took a really low offer on it. I sold it for $12, but for being damaged and selling in 3 days, I'm really happy with that. And I made $9.05 from Poshmark. Alright, the next item that sold was a cloth and stone chambray tank top. This sold on offers to likers. You notice a lot of these are offers to likers, like as we get further down in the month, because I source all my inventory at the bins now and thrift stores that I only pay $1.50 and under. I send out offers to likers pretty much immediately on items. I really don't want items to sit. I rather just make my money and make it fast. So this had some damage on it. It was like a cami tank, and the strap was kind of like ripped and like fraying. So this sold on $18 with $4.99 shipping. So I got $12.60 from Poshmark, and that took 2 days to sell. I was also happy because cloth and stone tends to sit for me, so I like to price it a little lower just so it'll move faster. It's probably because, yeah, it's sold at Anthropologie, but it's also all over TJ Maxx too, so probably why. Alright, the next item on sold was another Mercari sale. This was a Fossil Sherpa jean jacket, so it was Sherpa lined. And this sold on an offer of $15. I made $13.50. So this one, I got it my first bins trip, and the lighting in there is not that great. I looked it over, nothing wrong with it. Got it under my lights, and there was a huge stain on the arm, so that kind of sucked. But I mean, it's still sold, and it's sold for cheap. This is why I don't love selling damaged items, but I don't throw them away because you can just list them cheaper, and they usually sell. And as you can see from my sales, I tend to sell a little faster because they're listed a lot cheaper than the other people's listings. Alright, because the next item I sold is another damaged item, and it's also a Mercari sale. So these are these Burberry wide leg sweatpants. They sold an offer of $24, and then I made $21.60. So these were, I got them at the bins. I know they didn't have the elastic, because they're elastic waist, but they didn't have the drawstring in them, which I knew when I bought them. But then they were also discolored. They had like a pink stain at the top, so they're an outdated style. They had no drawstring, and they had a stain on them. So I listed them cheap, and they sold for $24. I'm happy with that. Alright, the next item that sold is this Angela Mara cover-up dress. It was really sheer, so it definitely was a swim cover-up. This sold on eBay for $34.99, and it took minutes to sell, so I was really happy with this. I was at one of my local thrift stores, and it was kind of slow. I wasn't finding like a ton of stuff, so I started just like kind of grabbing brands I didn't know and was like looking them up. And well, I always look things up in the dressing room, by the way, so you don't like look like a reseller. So yeah, I looked this up, and it seemed to have decent sold, so I was like, for $1, why not? So I picked it up anyway. Yeah, and it sold in minutes. So if I see this brand again, I'll definitely pick it up, and I'll definitely cross-post it to eBay because it seems to do well there. But I only have one thing to like base that off of, so. After PayPal, shipping, and eBay fees, I made $30.62, so that was a really good sale. Alright, this next item was another eBay sale. It was this flax linen shift dress. This sold on an offer of $30. Probably could have got more for this, but she sent me the offer at 2 a.m. on a Friday night, and I was a little tipsy, so I was like, okay, yeah, accept, money, sales, here we go. So after after PayPal, shipping, and eBay, I made $25.93. So still a really good sale considering I picked it up for about $1. So actually it says right here $1.60. So it was a good sale. Alright, the next item I sold was another eBay sale, and this was this Loulous dark brown cardigan with like a little tie in front. This was a really unique piece. I mean, as you can see, it had like this like big like thing here, and then like a round little flappy thing here. I don't know style names or fashion thing terms, but yeah, that's sold on an offer of $34 in 1 day of listing. And this is another item I got at the same time as the Angela Mara tunic. and I saw it, and I don't know, it was just kind of like interesting. I mean, the tag doesn't even look anything special. I was just like, oh, what is that? It's like I said, it was a slow day. I had time, so I was just kind of looking everything up, and it seemed to have decent solds. So yeah, really happy with that sale. I just love when you like find a brand you never heard of, and then it turns out to be in a really amazing sale. So alright, the next item it sold was this Fabletics Orange Sports Bra. The style name was the Adele Sports Bra. This took 11 days to sell, and it sold for $10. Got this at the bins. My average cost of goods was about 93 cents that trip, so I made like $6 on it, which is totally okay with me because I love selling like swimwear and like sports bras and swimwear, especially from the bins. It's so cheap, and it's so easy to photograph. There's really not any measuring involved. And the listing doesn't take very long. You know, it's just a really easy process. You don't make a lot, but you don't do a lot of work for it either. Alright, the next item that sold was an eBay sale, and this was these Fashion Nova Canopy Jeans in black. I've never picked up Fashion Nova before, but I figured it's a very fast fashion brand. Everybody loves Fashion Nova right now, so I figured it would sell fast, and it did. It took a day to sell, and it sold on an offer of $10. So after all my fees, I made $8.63. So not a huge profit, but if I can turn $1.10 into $8.63 in 24 hours, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, really happy with that. I mean, we all have different business models. I like to sell fast and sell low. I want to do high volume sales, and I want to do low dollar, high volume sales. And I'm happy with that. Now, if these would have sat for 2 months, I probably wouldn't want to pick them up, but because they flipped in a day, I'm totally okay with that. Alright, the next item that sold was this Lululemon Power Wide tank top. So I've never sold this style tank top before by Lululemon. The other two, I've only sold two Lululemon tank tops, and they were loose fit ones. This one was a more fitted one and had the built-in sports bra. So I think that's maybe why this one sold faster. It sold in a day on Mercari, and I made $20.70. I sold for my full asking price at $23. So yeah, this I kind of priced a little bit on the lower end just because I've never had good luck with Lululemon tank tops, so I wanted to price a little lower to move it faster. Also, it wasn't in like immaculate condition or anything. There was kind of like pilling on it. I was getting that staticky feeling that like older Lululemon pieces get after they've been worn for a while, so. But the buyer was happy and rated me 5 stars. Alright, the next item that sold was an eBay sale. It was this simply white sleeveless top. This sold for $28, and then after all the fees and everything, I made $25 clean, which is, I don't usually make just clean numbers anyway. It's always like blah blah cents. But anyway, yeah, this brand I've never heard of before. And I watched Nicole State, and I love her videos, and she talked about this brand, so when I saw it in the thrift store, and it was $1.50, I knew I had to pick it up, so yeah. So it's really good to watch YouTube videos and just read fashion blogs and stuff, because you learn about brands you've never heard of before, and see, a lot of new to me brands sold like that this month. Alright, this next item I sold is actually a really good sale to talk about, and it is this Evel green jacket. So Evel Premium Denim is the brand. I don't think the brand's around anymore. It's definitely a vintage piece. I bought this like the first month I ever started reselling. When I first started reselling, I was kind of into Depop, and that platform is more geared towards younger people. The brands like Joie and all this stuff don't matter as much. It's more about like what's trendy and 90s and all this stuff. So I bought this green jacket. And then I kind of didn't really like Depop, so I went to Poshmark, listed it. Of course, it wasn't it was a no-name brand. It wasn't like the cutest piece ever, so it sat for a while. I listed it on August 15th, 2018. So I finally decided to relist some of my old listings, and I relisted this on July 23rd, so just deleted the whole listing entirely, completely did new photos, relisted it, and it sold in 2 days. So I don't know if it was destined to sell on July 25th or my relisting helped. So it sold on offers to likers, $15 with $4.99 shipping, so I made $10.20. This item I did spend over $1.50. This cost me $3, but yeah, still happy with that just because it shows the power of relisting. Alright, then next item that sold was a Lululemon sale. So this was the Lululemon Every Movement pant. This sold on offer $36. And I made $28.80. I was kind of sad about this sale though, because at the bins I thrifted like a small, Lululemon reusable tote, and I like folded the pants really cute, put them in the little like bag, and then put that bag in a poly mailer, and I was like hoping for a love note because I went above and beyond, and it was really cute, but I didn't get a love note, so I'm a little sad, but it's okay. Still got a 5-star rating, really happy with that, and I made $28.80. I spent under $1.50 on them. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, the next item that sold was this tropical leaf kimono. This sold on Mercari for my full asking price of $20, so I got $18. This sale, I was not expecting this to sell right away, but it makes sense that it sold on Mercari because I found this, it had no brand on it, and when I looked it up on Poshmark, I saw this exact kimono being sold like a million times, and it was all boutique listings. Mine was used, and the boutique listings were even listed at like $25 to $20, so the Poshmark market was definitely oversaturated. Wasn't so oversaturated on Mercari, and so I'm really happy with that sale. Got it at the bins, super cute. Alright, the next item that sold was another Mercari sale, and it was this Tommy Bahama Relax Pocket Tee, and I pretty much only picked this up because it was a size 3XL. I wouldn't have picked it up if it was like a small, medium, or large, or even an XL, I'm not really sure about, but because it was a 3XL, I picked it up. And it sold on offer of $15. I profited $13.50. And yeah, got this at the bins. This Tommy Bahama is very like, I don't know, it's very hit or miss because I've tried to sell men's Tommy Bahama before, it doesn't move for me. But this one did in 2 days. And that was probably my fastest Tommy Bahama sale ever because I've picked up women's Tommy Bahama and I cannot move it for the life of me. So at the bins, I decided to take the risk. It paid off. Alright, the next item that sold was this flax green linen tank top. This took 7 days to sell. It sold on eBay on an offer of $17.94. So I made a total profit of $15.77. I was actually kind of debating picking this up because I was like just like a Cami. So I was like, I don't really know if this is like worth picking up because who wants it? But you know, when you saw on other platforms, like the shipping for this was $4 for the buyer versus the $7 they would have paid on Poshmark. So you know, sometimes it is worth it to cross-list those other platforms just because the shipping doesn't, like, deter buyers as much as Poshmark shipping, I think, does. More basic pieces. So, yeah, this was $1.50, so I was happy with that. The next item that sold was this junk food Evel Knievel Tee. I think this was, like, more of an, I don't want to say vintage, but it was an older junk food tag. I'll say that. It was an older junk food tag. It was Evel Knievel. It was such a cute shirt. I thought it'd be super cute, like tied up and like with some high-waisted distressed shorts and like some Converse or something. I thought that'd be really cute. This took 3 days to sell, sold on offers to likers, $25 with $49 shipping. So I got, my net earnings were $18.20, got it at the bins, super happy with that. Alright, this next item that sold was this Beach Bunny bikini top. This was called the Madagascar Bikini top. This took 13 days to sell, and it sold on an offer of $15. So I made $40. Now, I was really happy with this sale because it's funny because I said exactly when I was talking to my boyfriend about this, I was like, yeah, it's really damaged. I'm probably only going to get $50 for it. But even so, I got it at the bins. I paid 93 cents for this. That was my average cost of goods for the trip, so that was a really good sale. This particular style of Beach Bunny bikini seemed to be pretty sought after. I saw sold for the complete set at about $300, which is like crazy. If my top was in like mint condition, maybe I could have gotten like 75 to 100 for it, but it has like little crystals here and they were like missing some of the gems. The metal on the back was kind of getting green and like gross, and then the lace, the blue lace, had some tears in it. So even in that horrible condition, it still sold for $50. So I definitely recommend picking up Beach Bunny anytime you see it. I'm just praying to find it in the bins again. Alright, the next item that sold are these Flexi Lexi pineapple leggings. I found these in the bins and I bought them solely on style. I had no idea what the brand was, but I just thought they were like the cutest leggings I've ever seen. They were in really perfect condition too. There's just like this really cute pineapple print. Like the pineapple had little like eyelashes and blush. They were just adorable, and if they're my size, they definitely would have been mine. Like I would not have sold them. But this brand is actually apparently pretty sought after. There's not a lot of sold for it on Poshmark, so like not a lot of people are finding it and reselling it, and they retail for about $89 on their website. This sold on offers to likers, $54, $49 shipping. I listed them at $60, so that was like the flat 10% off that you're required to give, and I made $41.40, so I was pretty happy with that. The next item that sold was this Joy Michi. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the style name, M-I-C-H-I. That was the style name. It was this silk blouse. This took 13 days to sell, and it sold on eBay for $25. And so after all the fees and PayPal, ship, whatever, I made $22.71. I kind of wanted a little more for this shirt, but I only bought it for $1, so I was pretty happy with that. I mean, turning $1 into $22, you know, that's literally 22 timesing my money, so that's okay with me. Alright, the next item that sold was this Torrid pineapple print tank top. I was really surprised this sold. It took 1 day to sell, and I was kind of thinking this was going to take like a month to sell, maybe. But we are in summer, so maybe that's why it sold fast. I was surprised because when I first started reselling, I picked up a Torrid v-neck, and it was plain. It had like arrow print on it, and it took a couple months to sell. So I wasn't expecting this to sell within 2 weeks, but I'm really happy it did. So it sold for $15 with $4.99 shipping, and I made $10.20 on it. So I'm really happy with that. You know, like I said, I price very reasonably. It's a Torrid tank top. Who's really paying $7? Like, I'm not going to list it at $25, you know. I listed it at $18 because I'm fine with taking $15 and $4.99 shipping. Because I send out offers to likers on anything. I always think about when I'm pricing it, what do I want to send out offers to likers on? So if I want to send out an offer to liker that's $20, I'll probably price it between $23 to $25. If I want to send out offers to likers that is $18, I'll price it at $20, and so on. Okay, the next item that sold was this Torrid embroidered cut-off shorts. These took 1 day to sell, and they sold on an offer of $25. And let's see. So yeah, that was my full asking price, and then I profited $20. Got these at the bins. And the lady who purchased these, I had another pair, same size, and they were like, they're not embroidered though, they're ripped. And she wanted the pair as well. Didn't have the money, so she asked me to put them on hold for her, and that was 2 days ago, I believe. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. And so she said she's gonna get paid in a couple of days and come back. Because she bought these and they at full price, I'm gonna hold them for her, but if she doesn't get them by Monday, I'm probably gonna take them off of hold. But you know what, be nice to your loyal returning customers. Okay, the next item I sold was this Torrid lace bralette. This took 1 day to sell. This sold on offers to likers, $18 with $4.99 shipping. I profited $12.60. Another thing you have to think about with these basic pieces like the tank top and the bralette is who really wants to pay $7 for that little of fabric, you know? So I think because of the shipping on Poshmark is kind of high, at least I think it's high because I'm really cheap. I think a lot of people enjoy getting the offers to likers because it's much easier to like justify $5 shipping than it is $7 shipping, even though it's like only a $2 difference. And I mean, there's really only a $1.80 difference, but. Alright, the next item that sold was an eBay sale. It was a soft surroundings purple linen top. This took 10 days to sell. Sold on an offer of $19. And I made a total profit after all the fees of $17.24, and I bought it for $1.50. So I was pretty happy with that. Alright, the next item that sold was this Torrid black cami peplum tank top. This is another Torrid sale that surprised me that it took a really short amount of time to sell. It literally sold within minutes because I list 7 items a day. I listed this item and then I was moving on to my next item and it sold. So I was really surprised by this. Well, it didn't sell. I got an offer and then obviously it sold. So someone offered me $15. I thought that was really fair. I mean, it was like a basic tank top. It makes sense it sold on Mercari. Like these basic pieces make sense. They sell on these other platforms where the shipping is only about $4 to $5. So yeah, my net earnings were $13.50. Got that at the bins. Alright, the next item I sold is this Torrid gray skinny pants. These took 24 hours to sell, and they sold on Mercari again, offer of $15, profited $13.50. Maybe I could have got a little more for these, but they weren't in amazing condition. They had like 3 buttons at the top, and one of the buttons, the like metal paint was coming off. So they were kind of like black and then also like gold. Like you could tell they were used, you know? So I'm okay, $15, that's great. Got them at the bins. All right, now we're down to the last 2 sales. So the last 2 sales. I've sold these Topman red plaid elastic waist. Let's see. Yeah, this Topman red elastic waist shorts. They're like these red plaid. These sold like yesterday, so I didn't write the days, but I listed them on July 20th. They sold on July 31st, so I think that's about 11 days. They sold on $18.49 shipping, and I made $12.60. I like Topman as a brand. I've only thrifted and sold 2 Topman items, so it has 100% sell-through rate for me. I mean, but that's only 2 items. The first item sold within a month, and then these items sold within 2 weeks. So I would definitely pick it up, only if it's cheap. It doesn't make much. I mean, both essentially sold for $15 because the one sold for $15, got $12. This sold with discounted shipping, so it got $12.60. So essentially both sold for $15 earnings-wise. So yeah, not like a high seller, but it seems to sell decently fast. So I'll be picking it up at the bins. Alright, and then the last item that sold this month in under 2 weeks was this Billabong white ribbed one piece. This sold on offers to likers, $30.49 shipping, and I made $22.20. Got this at the bins. So I had this theory that maybe these like surfer brands like Roxy, Billabong, all these brands, clothes do not sell for very much, but I kind of had this like small theory maybe their swimwear does a little better based on comps I was seeing on swimwear. So I'll definitely be picking up more of these, only if it's cheap. Won't be paying up or anything, but I was really happy with the sale. I listed it on the 28th, sold on the 31st. I think that's about 3-day turnaround time. That's super awesome. Yeah, so I hope you guys, and my 2 worst sales of the month. Don't want to forget those. Okay, so I only have one of them highlighted on here. Oh, wait, no, I have both highlighted. Okay, so in terms of worst profit, my worst sale this month, actually, I think it's the one I sold yesterday. Okay, here we go. My worst sale this month was this, in terms of profit, was this J. Jill navy linen top. But I'm excited about this sale because, this is the first J. Jill piece I've ever sold. I've been buying a couple J. Jill pieces here and there, trying to experiment with the brand and see what sells from that brand because I find so much of it. And it's all been sitting, and every time I buy it, I'm like, I know I'm going to hate myself for this later because all it does is sit. But this sold on an offer of $10. I made $7.05. This had been sitting since February, March area, maybe April, somewhere in those months. I spent $3.34 on this. That was my average cost of goods for that Goodwill trip. That's kind of how I do my cost of goods, is I just kind of average everything out, even at regular Goodwills. So yeah, I spent $30.34. So I profited $3.71. I think it was half off, and I ended up paying actually $2 for it. But like that was like the price on the tag, $2, but my average cost of goods was $3.34. So yeah, not a good profit. I basically just made my money, doubled my money. Would I pick this up again? Maybe at the bins and price it lower. I priced it at $25 because I paid up for it. Well, now I consider $3.34 paying up now that I shop at the bins and like local stores, but before that I thought anything above $5 was paying up. But anyway, yeah, maybe I'd pick this up at the bins and price it lower and might have sold faster. Alright, and then the last item that sold, my last worst sale of the month, was this Tibi white dress. And this was my worst sale in terms of time. This I listed on, let's see, I listed this on, actually, no, I guess that Evel jacket could be considered my longest one because I had it since August 15th of last year. That's 11 and a half months. But then I relisted it and it sold in 2 days. So I don't know if that counts. So my other worst sale in terms of time was this white Tibi dress. This I listed on September 12th, 2018. And it sold on July 14th, 2019. So I can't do the calculations in my head to figure out how many months that is. I think it's like, what, 10 months? Let's see. August, September. Yeah, it's like about 10 months maybe that it took to sell, which is a long time. I don't really want to be holding on inventory for that long. Had no size tag. I bought this like in the beginning of my reselling career. Didn't really realize that Tibi does not have a good resale value. I kind of just looked up their website and saw how much everything was selling for, and then I was like, did my pricing based on that than actual comps, because again, it was like probably one of my first Goodwill trips that I bought this item at. So yeah. And it sold in a bundle too, so who knows if this bundle, actually, she bundled everything together that had been sitting for a long ass time. So like she bundled these Zara shorts I had since March 17th. These Joey shorts I had since February 10th. This Zara crochet skirt. I actually didn't have that for too long, like 2 months. I listed that in May. And this Tahari white floral dress, which was a runner-up for worst sold because it listed it in October 2nd, 2018. So really close to that Tibi dress, and they sold. So yeah, I really didn't even make good money on that sale. It was like a 5-piece bundle, sold for $48. My total profit after cost of goods was $17.68. But you know what? I was just really happy with that sale because it got rid of all my old inventory. But I'm rambling. I'm done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy.